All right, country. So Judge Joe Brown was asked about Tyler Perry, and this is what he said. It's very shocking, man.
How
Y'all
do
gotta
you feel
listen.
about Tyler Perry?
He strikes me as somebody that does not like manhood.
Damn.
It's first off, he doesn't get paid what his white counterparts get paid for doing essentially the same thing. He, along with some other people, pervade what I call mind crack. The crack dealer, if he's hardworking, enterprising, can make a lot of money, but it's still crack, whether it's ideas or whether it's drugs. It's his business. It's America. But I want somebody to start pushing manhood because I've seen 50 years worth of televised emasculation. I'm glad we have the equalizer. I'm glad, but he's unfortunately dead now. Got the concierge in the John Wick's series with the Continental Hotel, the brother with the shaved head. I'm glad we have those things. Who are they giving us as heroes to emulate? Not many.
It's a good question. So that's what he said, and I have to know what you guys think about this, okay? This was a pretty crazy. First of all, let's just keep this shit all the way a stack. When you ask a person about someone and then they give you an opinion, don't get mad at their opinion. Because if you was going to do all that, you should have never asked them about that individual. And this is just kind of what we have. One thing that I know about Judge Joe Brown is that Judge Joe Brown don't give two fucks, okay? We knew this when he was on TV, and we know this now. You have individuals that are in your family right now that don't give a good goddamn about what they say whenever they are keeping it all the way 100. They don't care about your feelings. And this is what I, pretty much gather with Judge Joe Brown. Okay, so he said what he said, and that's just what it is. Now, a lot of you guys are saying, well, there's other guys that have done this, and there's other guys that have wore dresses, and, they're not getting half, of the slander that Tyler Perry is getting. And I'm here to tell you that you have an argument right there. However, this is not going to stop the fact that, masculinity is starting to get masked, if you will. Okay, it's starting to get hidden. There's a whole lot of guys, that, at this point, they will sit up there and play the female. They will play the girl. You know what I mean? However, this is not doing anything for masculinity. So masculinity is getting swept underneath the rug. And if you are gay, which is not an issue with that, but this is being glamorized. This is being thrown out there. A lot of times you can't even sit up there and submit your movie to Netflix unless it has something in there that is pretty much gay. You know what I mean? I just got to keep this shit all the way a big ass stack. You know what I mean? Y'all hit that like button. So this isn't no attempt to sit up there and minimize gays. But what I'm saying is we need to start uplifting, our men. So I definitely understand what Judge Joe Brown is saying here, and I understand where he's coming from. And this is one of those individuals that are considered old school. And as I said, one thing that I know about old school individuals, they don't give a good goddamn, whenever they're sitting up there keeping it all the way 100. But I want you guys right now to get in the comment section and y'all let me know, what do y'all think about this? You got some guys that are saying that Tyler Perry is great. Tyler Perry is very creative. However, if you give him another role to play, he's not going to play it well. In my honest opinion, I've seen him play a different role. He played it great. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And is Judge Joe Brown wrong? Or does he have a point? All right. Get in the